is a Nigerian account details. And immediately I contacted one of my friends. I said, guy, I want to buy Bitcoin again. He told me, don't.
That was very smart.
Don't buy.
It was very smart.
Let us see face to face first. Don't buy. I said, okay, fine. So I decided to have a meeting with him. After I had the meeting with him, he told me it's fake. So you see that because nowadays, thank God for the internet too, there are platforms, legit platforms of which you can get all these things done. Okay, so they trick all these Canadians, real estate investments, invest in this. I think there was a Nigerian who they said, I don't want to call his name, but sold the fake airports for over $400 million or thereabouts. Sold a fake airport that didn't exist. So you look at it, that brings us back to the point that people are looking for just ways to increase their income. And may I say this, that money without effort, money gotten without effort is not really advisable. Where you see people, invest today and then just go to bed, go to sleep, your money will keep
working for you, just be increasing.
I believe in the system. There are systems that works like that, legitimately. But then you just have to make your research also. Don't just bump into things. I fell for a scam last year that I lost over 200,000 naira. Funny enough, like I said, technology is advancing. You see that even they go on renowned sites or platforms, put in their sites there, and you go and maybe make your research on Google, and you see them and you feel they are authentic, and then you submit your money, and then after 2 weeks it's gone.
So how did you manage that situation where you fell victim for that? I'm quite interested about that point.
Well, I am such an individual. I love playing high risk games.
Okay.
So there's what I call the risk management. So sometimes you put in funds that you know that you can afford to lose. But even though it touched me when I lost that amount of money, because it was like everything on me, I just had to, because I was looking for ways to multiply my income. But then, and that even brought me back to square one.
Wow.
So absolutely, I would advise, if you're trying to get any, whether it's a stock, whether it's a real estate, whether it's crypto, whether it's anything, do your own research. Take time. Don't rush the process. Take time. Ask questions from experts. What do they think about this? And that would help you. So a lot of people, you also ask, why do they target Canadians or USA?
Yeah.
Like we said, when you look at the exchange rates in Nigeria right
now, another problem.
You feel that when you make $100, which sometimes may feel to them as though it's nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a huge amount of money. When you make $1,000, which to them feels as though it's not that really, would I say, expensive. But then for I think $1,000 now, it's approximately 1.3 million naira.
Well, from your expression, I mean, I'm sure you've been able to bounce back from that.
By God's grace, we are still bouncing back.
I'm really convinced. Okay, so basically, let's talk about the effects of this harmful, because I call it harmful. It's really harmful to the society today.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the effects of these harmful activities going on right now in the city. What do you think are the effects, bad effects, that is going to affect the people, if not now, but in the future, from what these guys are doing?
Okay, and it's really going to be harmful. Number one, we've seen people go into extra things just to make sure they get it big in the frauding, let's say the frauding game.
All right. They
go into some well, I call it religious manipulations and all those stuffs. And also from my observations, the number of people you see today in our streets who have this mental illness, that they run mad or they go mad. Sometimes when you look at an in-depth or you look into it deeply, you discover that it's as a situation of this. So I am one individual who believes in the law of karma. Sure. Whatsoever goes around comes around. So even if there are people who justify, that person made over $1 million from fraud and then he's living a good life, hold on.
Yeah, true. Hold on.
Just hold on.
Yes. I've seen videos too of people who go mad just because they went into spiritism to get
Absolutely.
to get powers or charms that they can use for their victims, and then to compel people to send money and
Absolutely.
all of that. And girls too are being affected by that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because the one happens right from my very eyes. Like once the girl was just dropped from the vehicle and the vehicle took off, the girl ran mad immediately.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of people were there.
Absolutely. So the effects on the economy and also the name, that's the name or the integrity of the country,
Nigeria.
I think I heard one of my online coaches was like, he traveled to a country, I won't mention name, but he traveled to a country, but when he got there, he was kind of feeling this racism stuff, not because he's actually a black man, but because of how it has been painted that anybody coming from Nigeria is a fraudster.
Really?
So you see that the effect does not just go within the country, but it goes a long way to even outside the country.
God.
Also, when you look at the society, just because people want to stay awake, or I want to stay awake or make at the bomb, they go as far as taking hard drugs, which now cause some illness or some damages to their health system. They go as far as some people go as far as a ritual. They go to do rituals, and you see innocent souls die for what they don't know about. So the effect, when you look at the effect, we can go on and name them and name them and name them, but at the end of the day, it's not portraying a good character of a country like Nigeria, where we have a high population of individuals who have built their integrity to a high standard. You see individuals, you can't really even travel on the road or travel outside of Nigeria freely without being abused. Oh, that country of fraudsters. Oh, that country of scammers. So it's not just the effect on an individual too. It also boils down to the effect on the nation. It dents the record of the nation.
Well, I'm glad you've been able to cite how you've been affected. I mean, and the experience, the observations you've heard, and things you've seen around you, basically on this. All right, so you're also here today as a techie, and not just a techie, a one who makes who can coach someone to make six figures or 7 figures. Okay, so tell us about
not yet 7 figures.
Not yet seven. Let's go 6. Okay, so what inspires you to take that? I know you mentioned that you put your money into some sort of investment and it went down the drain, and you still have to bounce back. So what inspires you apart from that?
Okay, what inspires me basically is that I just feel that every individual out there should have a good living and do it the legitimate way.
Okay.
Do it the right way.
Okay.
I'm a believer, and so I believe in the laws of, let's say, the laws of nature. I also believe in the laws of God.
That's amazing.
So you don't just do things because you need it and then you just have to cut corners to do it. Do it the right way. And what inspires me most is that when you look at the country, a lot of people are just going through hell. They like, I've had interactions with some youngsters who come to me like, I am tired of the job I'm doing. I was supposed to go to school, but there's no sponsor, there is nothing, there is no fund, so I just want to build a good life. And I'm just someone who gets emotional by these stories. So when they come to me, I say, okay, this is the way I can help you. Okay, if you can't go into this, do this. Currently, I'm into digital publishing, I'm into digital marketing, and of recent, I just got into the crypto space.
All right.
So I just believe that every youngster out there can get it right, the right way. You don't need to do cut corners. You can do it, and you just have to believe in yourself. And that's what I tell my students or my proteges. I tell them, just believe in yourself, even if at the moment it's painful, because success at the beginning is always painful. It's not easy. One of my online coach would say success when you're starting out your digital marketing or digital entrepreneur journey at the beginning, just take for the fact that you will start broke.
Well, so
No
if the youths can waste time, waste energy, waste their monies, go online,
exactly.
spend sleepless nights to
use that energy and
you don't understand.
Live a free life where you walk on the street. You don't have to bother about, oh, are they coming after me?
Yeah, exactly.
You see a lot of people. Like, I have a friend who is into this Uber.
Okay.
And then he tells me each time he carries some of these young boys and they get to a police checkpoint, they'll be scared and be like, bros, please drive fast. Sometimes they just feel like they should open the seat of the vehicle and just hide inside so they could so you don't need to live a life where you're not free. You can't move freely. I mean, it's your right to move freely,
yeah,
but then when you know you're doing things that are not supposed to be done, you see that you're living in fears. And the truth is that when you live in fear, it has a negative effect on your lifespan.
You're so knowledgeable about
of which afterwards you discover that. And that's why some of them, you see them die at a young age, and you ask what killed them.
Yeah, that's another effect.
That's another
bad effect.
Untimely death.
Yes, untimely death. That's another bad effect. Well, I'm so glad you're so knowledgeable about all of this. And let me say, I saw your post on Facebook where you talked about someone who made $500,000. I mean, how did you go about that? Because I'm really interested. I think this money a lot, and I don't want to go the bad way. I want to make it the real way. I want to go legit. So let me know, how did you go about it?
Okay, I actually currently I have a community where I train individuals into the digital publishing space. A lot of people know it as Amazon KDP. Okay, that's what they know it for. Amazon. But why I love calling it digital publishing is that Amazon is just a platform, yes, one of the platforms. So I also publish on different platforms. Okay, so that's why I just go. So I tell them, do the work, and I discovered which leads me to what I said earlier on, mindset. You discover that sometimes a lot of people do the right things, follow the right paths, but then what limits them from achieving the results? It's the mindset. I went with my proteges, I think for the year. I decided, okay, I will not talk anything about the strategies, the tricks of which I am using to pull out 7 figures, blah 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 of a thing. Let's just fix things right. God helping, we did the live session, and after the live session, I think after 3 days, she came. It was a lady. She came to me, and funny enough, she just resigned from her job.
Oh my goodness!
when I heard that, I was like seriously, why? You were like, I can't see a job that's paying me an average of over 500,000 naira monthly, and then I would just keep suffering myself for a job that pays me less than 100,000. So
you mean if I come to you, if I roll in your session, like I can make some cool cash?
You can't.
I can't.
You can't.
God. so what do I do?
And that's the first thing I tell people who come to me.
So what do I do?
Just take it that it's a business.
All right.
You start a business today. You don't expect massive sales today.
All right.
Except you're coming from a region of where you already have an audience. Okay. So what I tell people, because just like we said earlier on, a lot of people have this mentality of get rich quick. This is the scheme. Yes. Get rich quick. Today I must cash out. And that's what I try to trash when you come to me. I tell you that, take it for instance, what do you do after 3 months? What do you do after 4 months when you don't see results? What do you do after 5 months when you don't see results? So basically, I try to point to them or give them that knowledge that you can achieve it within 60 days, but then at the same time, don't rely that you will hit it overnight. So take it as a process. So when you come to me and say, I want to cash out today, I'll tell you, you can't. And that was why I told you, you can't. So you just have to have that mindset that you have to put in the work. There must be work done. Money does not just fall from the sky.
So we talk about patience here.
Exactly. Yeah. You talk about patience. You talk about commitment. You talk about consistency. You talk about focus. Because sometimes you might be working as a newbie and then you see massive results. Whoa, in one day, this person made so and so amount of money.
Okay. And also from the video, you talked about following someone who has been there already.
Exactly.
So how do we go about it? There are some mentors that want to, get money from you. They want to export you and all of that. So how do you manage all of these people? Because it's not everybody that you just take as a mentor. Or do I take somebody that I just see he's a techie, he's into online publishing and all of that. I just I really want this person to be my mentor. So what are the factors I need to consider to have someone be my mentor?
Sometimes it's not everyone that should be a mentor.
So,
Not everyone can be a coach.
okay.
From what I have observed, and that's one of the reasons why I love football.
Okay.
Let's bring this in. You discover that a coach is a person that has passion, has passion for his players, has the passion for the team to win. So you don't just come to be a coach just because you need the money. Oh, I know the tricks, I know everything. Come and a lot of people have fallen for this. So in as much as you try to look for someone, I'm not trying to point out or paint that there are any bad image here, but then in as much as you want to get into, let's say, something, trying to get someone who has been there before, it's very, very necessary. This will ease your growth process. This will ease. And when you get the person, though, yes, sometimes some of these mentors or some of these coaches will tell you, don't disturb me, it's in your course, go and study your course, go and do this, go and do. I was once in that situation.
All right.
When I was starting, that was in 2022, I think so. I was like, okay, I know everything I need to know now. I can coach people, I can mentor people, and then people paid me. I think it's the right time to say this because I've been keeping the story. I was like, oh, it's time to make money from the coaching business. And my coach then would always tell me, you think coaching is easy? That's how he would say, you think coaching is easy? Don't worry, some of you will be coaches. You would see what we are seeing.
So when did you start your coaching?
So I started my coaching basically in July, February. In July 2023. Sorry.
2023 is just a year old. You're just a year old.
Not actually a year, but some months plus. July 2023. Not actually a month, some months. Yeah, I think
you're not up to a year.
It's over 6 months now.
And you've been able to coach someone, and the person was able to make $500,000.
Not one, not two, not three.
Guys, like.
So I have about 5 of them.
Okay.
I've made. So what I try to tell people is that when you're coming into the system, if the best coach you should have is someone who don't have a large audience.
All right.
Because they would pay more attention to you. So you can imagine where you have over 5,000 students you're coaching, or over 2,000 students, and then every minute, now and then, this person is coming, Mr. B is coming, Mr. A is coming, Mr. C is coming. Man, the same way you're looking for the money is the same way the coach is looking for the money. So he can't dedicate all his time to teaching you. So I would advise sometimes look for an experienced person who is already getting results, who is passionate enough to take you by the hand, and then who has, let's say, a low amount or number of persons. Even though those who have a large number of audience will tell you, oh, one-on-one mentorship, and they make the fees quite high. It's still okay. That's if you have the funds. But when you're starting out, the easiest way to grow is to follow someone. Okay. You know, in Nigeria, they say follow who no road. Follow who no road. So yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you talked about someone a coach also needs money. You yourself, you need money. So how do you get this money from coaching people?
Absolutely. Absolutely, you know, when you talk about coaching, you're not just giving them, it's your knowledge.
Yeah.
And also it's your time of experience, your years of experience, your time of research, your time also of feeling.
And winning.
Yes. So you're also trying to take them by the hand. Don't follow this route. I went through this route and I failed there. Okay. Follow this route.
That sounds like a good coach.
so that's one of the reasons you're also a coach. You don't just give them strategies and tell them go and apply. You also check up on them, tell them, okay, how is it going? So that's just basically. So sometimes I create time for myself, knowing the fact that during the day most of my students will be in my DM and like, how do I do this? How do I do this?
And you find satisfaction when these people you've coached, you know, get to hit it.
Absolutely. Sometimes I tell people that the joy that comes with seeing these people winning, or these your students winning, is more satisfying than even the money they pay you.
Interesting.
There is this joy, there is this excitement, and a true coach will tell you this. There is this excitement. Just take an instance, look at the football coaches. Sometimes, most of them, their wins is even more, even though the money is important, but their wins is very, very important. So when you see people making it, you have that confidence. It boosts your confidence and say, surely, even though I myself, most times I don't attribute it to myself, because I tell my students, if I teach you all the tricks, I teach you all the strategies, there is one thing you need to do: go and pray.
Go and pray.
Don't take God outside the factor. God is very, very much necessary in it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I mean, you've said a lot, and you're all making sense to me, because
Thank you.
like literally, I felt like, guys, what's going on in the country? And to me, it seems like there's no guy, no young person now in our group
Yeah.
that are not really, that are in short working hard, doing the legit stuff to make money. Like it was like everybody, but I'm glad I've been able to see someone who has
Absolutely,
done that.
there are a lot of people out there now.
And there are also people who makes money, who are rich. They spend their money, but they get it, through inheritance. There are people that their parents,
absolutely.
have stuff for them.
They have sponsors. So and that points me back to the fact where you were quoting a research of 7 out of 10 persons.
Yeah.
But from my research recently, I quite disagree, because I have come to realize that the eyes of the youths are gradually opening. Because I had an interaction a few days ago with someone who was into Yahoo before, and he told me, "Guy, it's even more difficult now to do Yahoo the normal way than it was before."
Yeah.
And thank God for the internet, thank God for technology. AI is an advantage, crypto is an advantage, the forex market is an advantage, digital publishing is an advantage, digital marketing is an advantage, social media management is an advantage. So there are a lot of things you can do right now in Nigeria, because a lot of people feel that earning in dollars is the right way right now. So there are a lot of things you can do in Nigeria right now. You can do drop shipping, e-commerce, real estate, and the rest of them that you can earn in dollars right now. And not just earn in dollars, but in, let's say, peanut, but earn massively. You can go into freelancing. You can also go into creating content on YouTube, creating content on TikTok, just building that personal brand. And there is a lot of advantage that comes with building a personal brand on the internet. And that is basically what I'm after now. So just building that brand, helping individuals discover their potentials, what they are capable of doing, and also helping them hit that 6-figure milestone.
Like we just said,
there's this belief system that if you're in Nigeria, it's very difficult to make your first 100,000 naira as a young person. It's very difficult to make your first 500,000 naira as a young person. But it's even much easier nowadays than it was before.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm super excited because you've been able to cite those platforms we can harness to make some cool cash, even without going into making some sort of internet jobs that are illegal.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ephraim Chibora. I'd like to know, how would our audience get to know you, because there are a lot of people who have that thirst to make money, to earn these 6 figures you're talking about. And from your experience, from all you've just said, it shows that you're a really seasoned coach. So we need our audience will want to know more about you. How can they get to know more about you? What are your social media platforms so that they can reach out to you?
Okay, first of all, I would say I'm still in the building process.
All right.
Okay, because there is a height I attain for, or I desire for, and trusting God, I'll definitely get there. But then, if you're reaching out to me also, I'm a human. So you don't just expect, as you reach out to me, you enroll into my community and then immediately you start making. No, I don't. I'm almost everywhere.
So your handles?
You can get me on Facebook, you can get me on LinkedIn. I think these are the 2 platforms I've been active on, Facebook and LinkedIn. Even though I have handles on Instagram, I have handles on Threads, I have handles on X, I have on TikTok, I have on YouTube, but then those are just for now, those are just by the side. But my 2 major handles, you can reach out to me on Facebook and then on LinkedIn. And once you send me a message on Facebook, if it's a reasonable message, I'll respond to you.
What is a reasonable message? Because I'm about to end this show, but you just tip in something. What do you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of people just bump into your DM, hi, and they'll explain to you, hey, or how are you?
Okay.
When you're bumping into someone's DM and you're trying to, just because most of us, to be honest, have a lot of audience we are dealing with on a daily basis. So you just want to go straight to the point, they said time is money, so
So you
you
go
don't want
straight to the
you
point.
just go straight to the
Stop
point.
wasting
So
time. Don't play.
you can get me on Facebook, you can get me on LinkedIn. Ephraim Chibwa is the name.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to have you on the Weather Zone today.
It's
and
an
you
honor.
did justice. You did justice.
Thank
to
you
it.
so much for having
All
me.
right.
It's a pleasure, and I look forward to another one.
Of course, we look forward to having you again on the Weather Zone today. And that wraps it on the Weather Zone. And you've been able to see ways we can make money legitimately, even without having to get involved in the internet fraud, internet related crime, and all of that. Because you get arrested, you'll be arrested. Even if you're not arrested, you'll not hide. Wait, so let me tell you, don't play. This is really serious. They're gonna hide from it because there are consequences. Like he rightly said, he believes in the law of karma. So you believe in the law of karma too. There are a lot of platforms you can make money. On TikTok, you can make money. You just go create videos. On YouTube, you can make money. He talks about cryptocurrency. Yeah, you can make money from there too. Digital publishing, yes, you can make money from that too. So there are a lot of platforms you can make money on them. Well, if you've watched to this point, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel right now and go follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook is VFlex TV, on Twitter VFlex TV, on Instagram is VFlex TV. I look forward to having you next time. I am Vic Speed, the voice of Niger Daughter, and this is VFlex TV. See you again.